not pay off. So look, anything can happen in this game. This game's very random
absolutely.
and stuff. And we're just getting started.
Alright, we are starting indeed. Both these runners look like they're running on the same language. What language are they running on, Spezzy?
They'll either be running on simplified Chinese or traditional Chinese, depending on if they switched. It was recently discovered that traditional Chinese saves, I think, 11 frames, but some runners just haven't switched because sometimes it'll mess up their golds depending on how good and precise they are.
Yeah, fair enough.
On one of those languages, it looks like they're on the same language, but I'm not sure which one. I don't know what the difference is. I think Flavien might be on the physical version of the game. He lost around a second with the wake up. It's Jordyman looking like he's on digital.
You know, I don't think we really talked about that a lot during this tournament. Is there a difference from being on physical and being on, software?
Yes. So back in from around mid 2018 to around mid 2019, you would want to be on the physical version of the game because that's the version you can software restart and get 1.0. But then it was discovered that 1.3 is faster, and now digital is optimal because it saves 12 seconds from loads, and 1.5 of those are in cap.
Wow.
So, there you
go. Learning something today. That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like we have confirmation from chat from Mark Lucas that they are both on traditional. Awesome. Thank you for confirming that.
Yeah. It's the optimal version, but obviously at their level it's not very necessary at all. It's just it's 0.2 seconds, it's not. I'm going for left side though. Even looking good. Oh no,
Flavien. Yeah, Jordyman getting a clean left side.
There you go, that's what we said, just those things that can happen. The good runners that don't happen to the bad runners, and Jordyman is ahead despite having a 4-minute lost TV, so from betting on Flavien might be, shaking a little bit, but it's okay. It's only cap, so anything can happen still.
Absolutely. We still have at least another hour left in this run, so anything could happen.
Man with a 223 and Flavien with a 225, so only 2 seconds apart.
It looks like we have some Team Flavien in chat. Awesome. Love to see some support for the runners. Be sure to get your support in. Show your love. Show your support for both these runners. We'll love to see it. And with that, we're heading into Cascade Kingdom. Don't imagine we'll see a lot of route divergence for a little while. I don't imagine either of these runners at this point do any kind of DSS or any kind of treasure clips, so we'll probably be cut and paste for a little while.
I've seen very few runners at 101 do DSS, especially in races like now anyone's going to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm very surprised. Some people are quite consistent though, and you can usually save time with it even if you get it second try, but it's just not a lot. Not expecting anything there.
Nah. Pretty standard Cascade, I would imagine.
So I'm heading into the cutscene. The bridge, they're going to be performing probably the first major trick of the run, which is Dino Skip. We're all familiar by this by now, but if you're not, you're going to capture the dino here and we're going to jump on that trampoline and watch the magic happen.
Absolutely. They're capturing this extinct animal, jumping out at the precise time to land in that cutscene. They make it look so easy.
Not too difficult once you do it enough, but it can be difficult when you're starting out. You can be doing the Mad and Brood fast strats where you can back up and hit Cappy instantly. Honestly, don't know how it happens, but it happens, so. Usually the chain jump's kind of stuck in this animation, but when you do it in that certain way, it just stops. I don't really understand it a lot, if I'm to be honest, but pretty consistent, and they're both going to be grabbing the first multi-moon of the run now. Around a 1 to 2 second difference, so.
Yeah, not a whole lot to talk about here just yet.
The run kind of gets more interesting when you get into the games like Sand and Wooded, which are coming up.
Yeah, I've noticed most runners, a lot of things can definitely either screw up the run or just perfect the run, like in Sand Kingdom. So we'll see if one of these runners can either widen the gap on this lead or we'll see what happens in Sand.
Assuming they're both going to be getting the moon on the little hill. No chest clip action, I'm assuming.
Nah. Oh,
Ooh.
Jordyman taking a little bonk on that little wall there.
That's a major mistake from Jordyman. The lag. Flavien next thing. I didn't look at what time Flavien hit the globe. Jordyman looking like a 5:43. Let's see what Flavien is, but I would guess maybe a mid 3x, high 3x. Yeah, 36. A 7-second gap going into sand.
Yeah, that bonk going up to that last moon definitely slight widened the gap, only a couple seconds, but that's still, you know, it's still some time.
Yeah, Jordyman had the lead actually, and now he's actually got quite substantially behind.
Yep.
Which is interesting. I don't know how it lost him that much time. I can't lie. I must have just not been paying attention. Maybe messed up someone else.
Jordy unfortunately took that bonk at the very top of that brick wall, so unfortunately the bonk and then falling to the ground, I feel like just added up all that time.
It is a very bad bonk to take, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming just messed up not even after. Flavien entering sand. So this is like the biggest kingdom where you do something that the game really didn't intend you to do. Because we're going to be seeing planting the seed, and which usually takes 20 minutes to grow, but we're going to make it so it takes, well, no time to grow.
DSTA is probably one of the cooler tricks, in my opinion, that's been found so far. This is really cool, just abuse of the Nintendo Switch's like game time feature.
It's one of the weirdest tricks in probably all of speedrunning. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's just you're changing the clock and saving time. It's just. Unless it's some games where like there's cycles and like the night is slower than the day, which I don't know any games that are like that where they operate with real time. But there probably is one. It's just quite weird.
Yeah, this is one of those tricks where I think to myself, like, how in the world was this found? Like, it's crazy to think, like, somebody was just playing around with the time and the day, and all of a sudden, DSTA was born.
And there's got to be somebody who was just playing and just, for the first time, then just planted the seed. And they were playing it, like, close, like, just after midnight.
Yeah, maybe.
The seed was growing quite fast, and they went, oh. Probably not like that, probably was just someone being smart, but, you know, I'd like to think it was like that.
Yeah.
I actually don't know who discovered it.
I'm not sure either. Maybe somebody in chat can confirm the founder of DSTA.
Anyways, Flavien entering into the ruins area of with sand. I'm going to be attempting Gram. Saves around 5 to 7 seconds. I'm not too sure actually, but saves climbing up with the icicle.
Absolutely, that looks pretty good. Nice, nails it.
Flavien getting it very well. Very risky setup from Jordyman. I can tell they're quite a risky runner. With lots of different strategies, and Flavien goes for single bill, which saves around 2 seconds. Does look a lot cooler. Looks perfectly fine, should work. Can be quite close, but it should work. Surprisingly, Jordyman just doing a little different dram there. Flavien doing reverse jacks as well. Wow.
Nice. I love seeing runners do reverse jacks. It's so cool to see.
It's so much cooler than the other route, and it's a shame that it saves 1 second because it's so cool.
Oh no! It only saves 1 second. Are you serious?
It's not even easy to save. Oh!
Oh no!
That was close to death. That's a near-death experience. We go in a compilation. Anyways, Flavien getting the nice manip. Yeah, Jordyman also doing it as well. I didn't point that out. 105 doing reverse jacks, though. Very interesting. 0.8.
Yeah. Jordyman must be one of those runners that just kind of goes for those high-risk strats just for the high reward.
I used to be one of those runners until about a week ago when I decided I was just going to drop stuff. Then I got a PB by 0.8.
Hey, nice.
And now I'm a safe runner. Safe Andy.
PBs are PBs.
Flavien entering the Oasis. We're going to go for one spin for a notes? I don't know. Don't know what runners do it at 101, I can't lie. Oh, that looks really good. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, very cool to see.
From Flavien.
Nice little affirmation nod from Flavien. Also, shout out to Flavien for using the webcam. Don't see a lot of runners using webcam, but love to see that. That's Flavien done with Sand Kingdom. It's gonna be moving on to Lake Kingdom. I imagine probably a lake clip from both of these runners. Looks like
And given what Jordyman's done, I would not be surprised. But you don't really see it at 105. It's more of a strat that you'd implement at the 102, 101 kind of range.
Yeah.
But honestly, with what I've seen from Jordyman, I honestly would not be surprised, and I'm probably expecting it from Flavien as well.
Yeah, it looks like
that was
Flavien.
a really good
Looking at
turn
the
from Flavien. I
stats.
didn't even find that out.
Yeah.
Really I wouldn't be surprised if that was very close to his goal, because that was flawless from what I saw.
It looks like Flavien's actually right now minus 14 on his splits, so very cool to see possible PB pace coming from Flavien. And also checking out the stats, it looks like Jordyman doesn't go for a late clip, at least during this tournament. So maybe something they've been practicing might pull out this run. Would be definitely cool to see. At this point, you know, Flavien or Jordyman got to get that W, so maybe pulling out all the stops would be cool to see.
If I'd never seen this gameplay before, I would have guessed they wouldn't have done it. But after what I'm seeing, this is screaming a risky runner.
Definitely.
Maybe they just know the specific strats. I know. I just find it a bit weird that you go for reverse Jaxie and not late clip. Like, late clip saves 7 and reverse Jaxie saves 0.8. Just like it just makes a lot of sense. I know. But Flavien, I'm expecting it 100%. Be very surprised if he didn't go for it. Go.
All right, let's see.
You want to have Mario's ear on the very side of like the brick you can see him against.
Oh.
That's the setup I use, and that looks good.
Nice. Looks good.
Like, not instant, but he's probably going to be saving around 4 seconds, so definitely worth it for. Well, unfortunately, misses the chest, but still fine. As he gets it, all that matters.
We'll see if Jordyman sets up for it.
A nice roll cancel into that moon.
Nope, Jordyman opting to go for the safe standard strats. Understandable, respectable.
Yeah, it's not very surprising, but it's just seeing his gameplay before. I guess I was just kind of expecting it. It loses around 7 seconds, but honestly, for late clip, it's difficult to save the full time as you'd have to get a first try cap throw, which usually is the setup throw just to see where you're at.
Right.
It's quite hard to actually save that time, so it's a bit misleading. Yeah, he's going to be losing a few seconds just doing a different route, which is mainly because of the multi-moon cutscene.
Yeah, we don't like cutscenes in our speedruns, so we try to skip them as much as we can.
Yeah, for the most part in this game, you want to skip as many cutscenes as possible. There are some story moons I believe we get, and it is possible to skip, but they're just so slow to skip that it's not even worth it at that point. Sometimes they'll unlock stuff that is necessary to leave.
Jordyman making quick work of Rango here. Very cool to see. Don't see a lot of Rango fights, so it's kind of cool to see Rango every now and again, even though it does, you know, waste some time.
Yeah. I remember playing World Peace and just completely forgetting how to fight Rango when obviously I used to know how to fight him, so I was refreshing to see a Rango fight every now and again, and made quick work of them. Flavien leaving with a 13-18. Wow, very fast.
Flavien right now, negative 18. He's somewhere in there, in 4 seconds. As of right now, as long as he keeps playing as he's playing, he's on pace for a PB. Would be really cool to see. If you want to check out the live stats as the runners are playing, you can do exclamation for SMO B stats, like Yo-Yo Fruits just did in chat. You can watch their live splits.
I think me and Flavien have a very similar early game skill, and I think that he tied my best exit, if you include the SDA in my best exit, so he's on a very good pace, let's just say. He's only really made one mistake, and that was left side, and other than that, he's playing really well, so
yeah, definitely.
I would not be surprised if this is ahead of his PB, because he's playing very well right now, and I think he knows it. Man also not too far behind, also playing very well. I think that was a sub 14 exit, but I might be wrong. It's always good to see a 105 level. What you kind of want to aim for, so runners definitely can PB their runs. No doubt. Pretty sure
looks
there.
Looks like Jordyman had a 1350.
You don't have the spreadsheet open, so I'll probably have to get it open. Oh, doing it in the wrong order. That's unfortunate. He has to go either find a different rock or has to break it open himself. That's what this one over there.
Oh no!
It's unfortunate.
Oh no! Alright, he's fine.
I was watching Flavien though, which as I say, he is going to Nut Club, which could save him 30 or lose him 30.
Ooh,
Looks okay, it might not work.
Oh yeah, a little scuff there. You can
It's
see
weird.
the frustrations in his webcam.
If that was going to work or not. The shadow went away for the wall, but it was so small, it was quite difficult to tell. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't work. With better timing, it could have worked, but I'm not too sure. I don't know a lot about Nut Club because I am pretty awful on it. Yeah, has to go, unfortunately, for the backup.
Yeah, having some issues getting that backup though. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately,
this is
lose
the
a
backup
bit
you
of
do
time
when you
there.
do True Root. Pretty Man also doing True Root, which they've done before. This is the backup you have to do when you do True Root, and you just replace the out of bounds move with Piranha. Loses around 25, but it saves 5 over the normal route. So it's worth it. It's just a little bit more difficult because of the ramp, which unfortunately Flavien did mess up, so we'll lose him a bit of time. Jordyman backflipping the wrong way there.
Yeah, it looks like Jordyman just decided to not go for it, or maybe he just messed up the backlight. I'm not too sure.
Once he was facing backwards, it would have been very difficult to turn around it in time, so I guess he was kind of just holding forward and praying. Which, unfortunately, praying sometimes is not the answer in this game. So, we'll have to do the backup spot. Oh, that's really unlucky. That's a really unlucky valley dive from Jordyman.
Yeah, that was a huge bonk from Jordyman.
He delayed quite a lot as well. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he was just aiming the wrong way. Nice triple jump there. Oh, lovely.
Nice, that was clean.
Pulling out the strats. Flavien, unfortunately, taking a rough bonk, which can just happen on the nut. I could tell though, he got the thing where the nut breaks. So that's good. Because sometimes the nut doesn't break when you bonk it. It's kind of random.
Yeah.
I don't know how the game works, but it's very strange when it determines some things, especially in this kingdom.
Mario Odyssey is definitely a strange game with some weird mechanics sometimes. Jordyman capturing this small little onion boy to go through that maze to break a nut. It's going to be go ahead and bop in this piranha, where Flavien does a nice FRFs, nailing it.
Fortunately messed up the set. Oh, missing the triple jump, that's unfortunate.
Good save.
It usually happens when you do the roll cancel the wrong way. This depends on where your angle is, so.
We'll see if Jordyman can get a cleaner.
Nice roll cancel bounce, which is going to make it. Probably didn't save him any time because he had the cat for it, but it works. Oh, I've never seen anyone block that before.
It was a strange little hitbox.
He just went the wrong way and just bonked on the edge of the wall. It's quite interesting. Anyway, Jordyman, I think he has to go right still to get the moon. Oh no, never mind, I missed it.
Well, having some issues getting the setup.
Yeah, he doesn't have to get the moon, I just missed it. You've already got that. No. A nice backup for the FRS. FRS is definitely a very difficult thing to back up. There's also different things you can do. But, yeah. Good work with it. And Flavien, unfortunately, breaking his legs, but...
Oh, no!
Oh!
Jordyman taking a death. Luckily, that is a death and not deep woods. So, at least there's
luckily
that.
he missed Nut Club, or he would have got back to start. So actually saved in time to miss Nut Club, which is a rarity. Because that means he respawns at the Piranha.
Yeah, good point, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Blessing in disguise for Jordyman, but still not good.
Very nice fuzzy room from Flavien.
Stolen, but they handed you the cherry still. It's not awful. Even worse.
I'm interested to see what time loss Flavien had from some of these bonks here and missing that nut clip.
1922 is still very good for a wooded exit. I would take this if I got Nut Club, so.
Oh, definitely.
It wasn't a great wooded. It definitely could be better. Slightly over 6 minutes.
Yeah, right now he is plus 22, where he was minus 18 out of Lake, so unfortunately lost a whole heck of a lot of time.
Probably not used to missing Nut Club, and that's why I messed up the backup, which lost him some time as well. So on top of that 30 seconds to lose from missing it. So it's understandable. If you had to make a mistake anyway, it would be that area. So
definitely.
And man, gonna be finishing off wooded as well in the pipe sub area. Flavien goes into face Bowser for the first time. Oh, lovely cloud boost. From Flavien.
Nice. That was cool.
That was great.
Don't see a lot of that, but that was really cool.
Maybe he's gonna get cloud record in it for the this league. That lovely cloud boost. That was really good. He potentially could have skipped the cat bounce there, but definitely not worth it trying, you know, especially in a race.
Absolutely.
If it was in a run and he was on this pace, he might have tried it, but in a race, no, it's not. His lead can go away any second, and one thing can happen in Lost. You can just fall down, get caught by Klepto, and instantly lose 40 seconds. There's a lot of things that can happen to him.
Yeah. Especially since Flavien definitely needs to take that W.
I think both these runners require a win to make it through. So this is the most important race. Yeah, that risk is just not worth it. But would have been nice to know. But I don't know.
Alright, Flavien, heading into Lost Kingdom. One of the coolest kingdoms in this run, honestly. Very quick. These runners make it look so simple. Don't look away, don't blink, because if you do, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, this is definitely the most action-packed kingdom in the run. Just so much things happen in a small amount of time. It's honestly, if I had to pick anyone new to Odyssey, a kingdom to watch, I would pick Lost for them because it is just so entertaining. All the moons are close together because they have to fit. Nintendo have to fit all these moons into a short, small space because Lost Kingdom is obviously very small. That's why all of these moons are just so close together, and there's no like main post-game moons in this kingdom. There's very little post-game stuff, so all the moons are basically just here. So the kingdom's just really fast. And Flavien doing it very well. Jordyman also finishing up the cloud fight. You can see Klepto there in despair after he's been skipped. It's been skipped. You'd get caught by Klepto, but we are smart enough to be able to go around him. That was discovered within like the first week of the game. We can just go around him.
Yeah, we don't like Klepto in this game.
Probably reverse trap alert. I'm actually surprised that worked, but I don't know a lot about it. Window looked very small there, but it looks seamless.
H triple from Flavien. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, you need to. The reason you crouch there is so when you crouch, the trap eagle can actually go over you. Because you're so small, the trap eagle actually doesn't extend to the floor. Unfortunately, taking a death, but it's fine. That's why the runners crouch there to roll into the moon. And he'll be finishing off Lost.
Oh, looks
Actually,
like
not sure what that was.
looks like we have some info from Matt's in chat. We were talking about DST earlier, and looks like it was discovered by the user JFB1337. So shout out to them. It'll be interesting to see what they did to discover that. Thanks, Matt, for looking that up. Shout out to Matt, our stats guy. Honestly.
Will not shout them out, as I'm losing 15 seconds because of them. But cool trick nonetheless. Anyways, Flavien heading into Night Metro, probably the most scary kingdom in the run, in my personal opinion. Unless you're counting late kingdoms that can just your run when you're so far in. Just things that can go wrong. This is one of those. This is probably the kingdom that the most can go wrong.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you're just including Night Metro.
Definitely.
It's just death all around. It's dark. It's gloomy. It's got all of the ambience for just an awful kingdom to play. And this is one of the most scary parts. Hopefully, you can get this triple jump and long jump down to the moon. Start can go awfully wrong.
Oh, I don't know. I'd gotta say City Hall is definitely the scariest part of this level. Taking a bonk at the very top and falling potentially to your death is such a huge loss of time.
This kingdom for speedrunning is just made of death. It has the major luck part of the run. It's got the most scary things, and yeah. Flavien unfortunately taking a bonk, but it's not that bad. Heading into City Hall, which also, actually, yeah, I'd probably say this is the worst. Going for Goomba Heck.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, Flavien, that was cool.
Yeah, saves around close to a second. Having to climb up the pole, unfortunately, that's what happens. You don't get in a fight. But still saving a tiny bit of time, though, even after that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Skipping the wall jump because of it, so get some swag points. Just land on the top of the chest. Do that. And man also exiting Lost. Okay, 24, 44.
Fantastic. Flavien heading into the Mecha Wiggler fight as Jordyman is coming into Night Metro. Gonna be going on the same gauntlet as Flavien just wrapped up. We'll see if Jordyman is able to conquer the dreaded Night Metro as Flavien is.
Here we have Mecha Wiggler, and already Flavien just getting absolutely hacked. As we can see in face cam, Flavien is absolutely loving this kingdom. The reason that this kingdom is so hated by runners sometimes is the luck factor. Basically, the Mecha Wiggler patterns, you want to try and get a pattern where the Mecha Wiggler does not loop around itself, because it can sometimes create parts where you just can't shoot certain bubbles and you're forced to get a free cycle almost all the time. So you'll want to see a pattern where they're just going in a straight line, maybe in a little loop around the whole building. That's where it's like most exposed. So hopefully we see that from Flavien. Hopefully he doesn't get absolutely hacked, because it's very hard to deal with it.
Yeah, Mecha Wiggler, one of those fights that just, if you, I'm pretty sure if you ask one runner to remove one feature from this game, it'd probably be Mecha Wiggler, to be honest.
Yeah, the pattern looks bad at the start, but it turned out to be fine, and should be fine here.
Okay.
Mecha Wiggler actually making a C, actually. That's quite weird. These tin blinds coming on now.
It's Flavien down at Mecha Wiggler. It's Jordyman is in City Hall. Having some slight issues with these poles here.
Oh
Taking
no,
a bit
yeah,
of a
the
fall.
poles sometimes, depending on where you're standing, the poles can be awful. Sometimes they can just not register you're there, and yep, this is one of those examples. Sometimes you just can't wall jump on the walls because of where you're standing. It's awful. This run is the most... It's these parts of the game, like for example Flooded Pipes, where it's a 2.5D sub area where you can just... where it's 3D, but it's just not. It's just deceiving you. And this is one of those places which just is like, it's half 2.5, it's 2.75, I would say. I don't know what that would even be, but if I had to describe it, it would be this sub-area. It's just very, jank all around.
Yeah, definitely very jank.
Out of the thunderstorm and back into sunshines and lollipops, going into Day Metro, starting off with a ground.
Yeah, Day Metro, definitely not a stage to laugh at,
tricks,
definitely
but
not
still
a
very
hard one.
difficult, I'd say.
Yeah.
Starting off with Scoop Up, probably one of the harder parts.
Oh, wow, instant.
Wow.
Easy.
It was flawless. And go for the ground over here as well. Lots of different strats. This kingdom showcases a lot of the different strats in Odyssey. There's very little things this kingdom doesn't have at some point. Only because it has the most moons, so it has the highest chance. Should beat the taxi unless he breaks his legs, which is unfortunate. This guy's able to heal his broken legs and give him a moon as a reward for being patient.
Sometimes it's all you need to do is talk to a friend to heal your broken bones.
True.
Oh, Jordyman, having some issues. Okay, there we go.
And
maybe a little nervous.
Jordyman technically making a V, so CV. If that stands for something, then there you go. That's what the Mecha Wiggler was trying to say. Probably stands for something, but I don't know what it is. Nothing bad. Anyways, Flavien doing some gambling in a 7+ game. Love to see it.
Remember, kids, gamble your money.
Remember, kids, you can win.
You know, I have to agree with Saren in chat here. Bezzy is definitely an underrated commentator. I think you said you've done 2 commentaries before?
It's my second one of the league.
This is your second one? Definitely sounds like you've done this for, like, half your life, so...
Thank you. I had cringy YouTube for 2 years, so that's probably why. I won't talk about them, we'll just talk about the race going on. So.
Fair enough.
Flavien in bullet building. Cappy almost just hecked them over, but looking fine.
Ooh.
And heading into the main area.
Jordyman heading up to Scoot Clip, missing the scooter. See if they're able to get this first try. Uh-oh. Oh.
Man, definitely an interesting runner. Unfortunately, missing Scoot Clip.
Taking a lap. Oh no. Taking their time to set it up here. See if they can get it on the second time. Oh, Jordyman.
Whilst we're watching Jordyman go into the wall, Flavien having a bit of spaghetti legs, trying to get this moon. Oh no!
Oh no, Flavien! Taking a
mile away, just dove past the moon. That is, yeah, that's unfortunate. That can happen sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a blind dives. It's one of the only ones in the run.
Jordyman was able to get the scoop clip on the second lap.
Oh, lovely
Oh.
roll counter from Flavien. That's really difficult, actually. It's very precise. You have to do that almost instantly. See him do lovely little climb up the tower. And the camera up so the moon spawns, or you will dive through it and off the edge. Look at that. With Flavien getting the hint out here, will give him the coins he needs to buy a moon at the Shivaria store. See if Jordyman goes for bullet building. Well, I'm honestly not sure. They've seen him do stuff and not do other stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to predict what Jordyman is gonna do. I mean, yeah, we've seen them do some things from.
He's quite a strange runner when it comes to these things. He just does stuff and doesn't do stuff. It's quite weird, but hopefully we'll see him get it, and lovely.
Nice.
It's the easier part of bullet building, the slots area.
Alright, that's Flavien done with Day Metro. Looks like from the stats, Flavien definitely lost some time from Night Metro. Looks like it was about another 16-second time loss. But this was a very, I would say, relatively clean Day Metro, so I would imagine probably saving some time. Man, that's Flavien heading off to Snow Kingdom. Oh no, actually it looks like Flavien lost some more time. Going out of Day Metro with plus 49. So at this point, if he continues to play how he's playing, he's still on PB pace, but he needs to be a little careful. Looks like I lost connection with the co-commentator, but they are coming back. Theron, if you can hear this, Spezzy is in the waiting. There we go. Hello, welcome back.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi lagged out. We'll get back into that.
No worries.
I know it's complicated, isn't it? It's quite annoying.
We were just talking
in
about
the middle of the race.
we were just talking about the time loss from Day Metro on Flavien's side. Lost about, you know, almost 19 seconds.
Both of them have had rough Day Metros, and just Metros in general, to be honest. Flavien helping that Toad. Luckily keeping him quite covered. He's quite covered behind that snow, so being quite kind. Kind soul. Team entering Shivaria.
Not sure where Jordyman's going. Not doing people room? Unless he did it earlier.
Oh
I didn't
no! What
Often-
on earth is this?
Often go
What
for
route is this?
instruments?
Wait, what? Did
What?
he do bullet building sub area?
Yeah, he did bullet building.
What moon is he skipped that I haven't noticed? What is
I'm
this?
not sure.
Like instead of going into the people's room, you skipped another moon which I haven't noticed.
Ah, he forgot the second
he's doing this ancient moon.
Oh,
Forgot the second moon. Where?
from bullet
From
building.
bullet building.
Yeah.
Did he just instantly walk?
I'm not sure. I missed that.
Did he get the secret moon or did he get the main moon? Did he just die and warp and then just come up with this route on the fly? Oh wait, he's now in
man.
here.
Looks like
I've
he
never
walked
seen
out
this
after
route in
dying
my
after the
life.
first moon.
I mean, it doesn't look awful. It's just the fact he's just gone out of his way to get his story moon instead of going back in the sub area, which is an interesting choice.
Looks like we both missed out on Jordyman's bullet bill room as we were focused too much on Flavien. Oh my goodness.
Too focused on not being in the call. We'll just look at Flavien for a little bit whilst I just try to wrap my head around what's just happened. Anyway, Flavien, in the cutscene, you know, we've all been in it.
Jordyman confirming in chat that they're thinking of new routes on the go.
You don't see a lot of
Love
this,
that
obviously.
idea.
Usually we have the best backup routes already discovered and we kind of know stuff, but I've never thought of what happens when you forget one of the moons in bullet building. I've never thought of backup for that, so I guess
Oh my goodness.
I guess no one else has, so just having to come up with something on the fly. Been getting some nice RNG with where the Goomba comes over. Actually missed some of the jumps, but it didn't cost him as much time as it could have. A nice bonk into the moon.
Oh no. Looking at the stats, Jordyman definitely lost a good chunk of time from that
I'm not
metro.
surprised.
I'm not either, but yeah.
You did miss the moon, but yeah, it is unfortunate. Jordyman would be doing a little bit better than he is. We're still in the same kingdom, so you know they're not. Jordyman isn't too far behind, which, given their PB difference, this is kind of what you'd expect when you compare their PBs side to side. This is kind of where I'd expect them to be.
Definitely.
I think Jordyman would be a little bit close to Flavien, but this is about where you'd expect him to be. Flavien has been playing really well just up until that metro, and I haven't seen any mistakes from him so far in snow. He's doing ICC apparently. Right, can you do the Spezzy setup?
What's the Spezzy setup?
I found a setup where you put the text on a certain line on the wall, and it works most of the time depending on where you're standing.
Huh.
Probably look into it further. But
I've
I've not seen any runners use it though. Anyway, Flavien as a trick jumper doing snow jam, which should be fine.
Nice.
See, trick jumper, former trick jumper.
Yeah, it looks like Jordy's not going to be doing snow jam.
I think he's doing ICC because you have to do the shop first when you do ICC.
Gotcha.
Which is interesting choice, especially at 105.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've seen a lot of ICC.
We'll not put gift subs on the line because I did ICC in a race and I made someone lose $25.
Oh no.
Felt kind of bad, but it was quite funny.
Looks like we got a raid from Duito with Party of 3. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the GSA Super Mario Odyssey 80% tournament.
Hello, all of their viewers as well. Jordyman doing the clip.
Nice.
Very difficult roll cancel clip, but it's one of those ones where sometimes you'll just get it every time. It's one of those ones. And yeah, saves around a second, just over. We'll be making a cycle.
Confirmation in chat from our race streamer that Saren will be gifting 5,000 subs for anyone who gets a sub hour in this race.
Wow, I mean...
That's a lot of subs.
Yeah, I mean... I mean, it's not... If you handed this to Tyrone, I don't know if you matched his record. I don't know if you would, if Flavien would get sub hour. I don't think he would, but I might be being a lie.
Yeah, I'm not sure. His BPT right now
he
is
falls out fish dip
155.
and spiritless. He might be in the money, but we'll just have to see.
Maybe. It's tough to say.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anything incredible from Flavien here. I think he can definitely get a 102 this run though. I doubt he can beat it unless he plays very well. See if he goes for fish dip though. I'm very interested to see if he knows it or not. I've actually not really learned it yet. Oh, Jordyman dying.
Oh no! Almost taken
obviously
that
hasn't
save,
done that. Obviously hasn't done that a lot because I'm assuming he doesn't really attempt ICC in runs. But yeah, I think he's trying to go for a vault there, which is not usually what you'd want to do. You usually want to go for a cap return jump there. Yeah.
Flavien excited about something.
Actually wasn't looking at his screen, but it did look like he went for fish dip given where he was. Either that or he clipped out and he clipped back in and I wasn't paying attention. If so, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I was watching Jordyman's screen, so someone from chat will have to confirm.
Given chat, that might have happened. Oh, trying to go for Showball ICC and unfortunately falling down into the void.
Yeah, G-Man confirming. It looks like he did clip back in. Hate to see that.
We just continuously look at the same person and the other person just does interesting stuff. So I'm actually going to look at the middle of the screen now. Right, not doing any setup from what I would see. Going to kill the Goober here. Right, let's see if he does any setup. Actually might work, actually. Actually might work. Oh, he hit the controls. That was actually not a bad position to be in. That could have worked.
No.
That's a bit too far to the left. That won't work.
Correct? Oh no, Jory!
Yeah, I think he's lost a bit of hope. I would be surprised if he brought this back, even before ICC. Even getting the fish clip.
Maybe some tilting and some nerves coming from Jordy. I'm not sure. I would honestly, at this point. Oh no! Oh no!
Recover! Oh! I'm lucky. I'm happy. I'm commentating this race because I'm able to give ICC analysis. Coming in handy. Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Izzy actually knows how to get to the moon, which is quite funny, but he just doesn't know how to. Oh. That is I think he might have shaken the controller when he was ground pounding out of anger.
Oh my
and then
god!
You can actually do a dive by ground pounding then shaking the controller, which lots of people probably don't know.
This is not a mid-capture run. You can get the Goombas. It's okay.
I think he just wants to go for glory.
He's going for swag strats.
That might work. That might work.
Come on, Jordy. Let's go.
Yes!
Oh my god, get some hype from Jordy in chat. That was incredible to see.
That was great to see.
Holy crap.
He's got the moons in order as well, so it's great.
Someone will need to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen a lot of ICC in this tournament, so that was really, really cool to see. Shout out to Jordy for
pulling off that swag. It's the first time I've seen someone else do ICC in a race, so I think, to my knowledge. I can remember. There's a lot of words there, so. Anyway, if I've been doing salt clip, sorry, not salt clip, salt triple, sorry. That'd be a bit weird if he's doing salt clip. Yeah, Jordyman thanking the lords that he's finally out of Snow Kingdom, and a full kingdom behind Flavien. So, I don't know how that happened. What if Flavien would just do Spiritless for the sake of it? That'll be quite fun.
Oh my goodness. I would pop off.
No, he's not doing it.
Ah, I hate to see it. Oh!
You can usually tell depending on where they dive. If they dive to the left, that means they're probably going to go for the triple jump setup. But,
Fair.
No. What if Jordyman's just going to go for everything here? That would be quite cool to see, but I don't know if it's going to... I don't know. We'll see. I don't really know. Well, Flavien's about to die, apparently. Having fun against Stewart. Some people like to call him Stewart.
You know, Jordyman, I keep him behind, but honestly, the winner in my heart for just pulling off that ICC. So, really cool.
Both winners in our hearts. It's fine. Lovely Shireen bans from Jordy. He's going for very risky strats, and kind of a shame he's so far behind. A lot of that's because of ICC, though. Would probably be finishing off Seaside if it wasn't for that. So. I think he's just playing for glory at this point, and I don't blame him, because he is picked.
Looks like he's just kind of showing off the game and what he can do kind of thing.
I'd honestly prefer him do this than to just suffer and struggle through the rest of the run and just continue being behind, so... Because at least it gives us some entertainment from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it shows off, you know, the speedrun too for those who might not have seen it before, so... Props to Jordy for just continuing.
The only sub areas where you go in, grab one moon from it out of the two, and then actually don't grab the other one. I actually can't think of another sub area where you do that. Nice fork movement from Flavien there.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm not sure of any other sub areas. You just grab the one.
Yeah, I can't think of any others that you do that. Well, going for fish dip.
Oh.
No. I think you have to be more central.
Yeah.
Don't know a lot about it. I think you have to be near the middle of the wall and more central. He was a bit on the left, so I don't know a lot about fish tips. I can't give any analysis there, unfortunately. But luckily, there's only one attempt at it, so I don't have to give any analysis of it anymore. So we see Flavien throwing the turnip in the pot. Too much to comment on, both of them in pretty boring parts of the kingdoms they're both in.
Yeah, not really a whole lot to talk about right now. I mean, Jordyman has some pretty nice...
Flavien might miss that. That might work, actually. It might barely grab it.
Oh.
It was very close. Oh. That looks fine.
That was cool.
Yeah, a nice back up there. Which is what you have to do in Spearless, but when you miss the photo boot, it's usually just slightly faster to do that. And that Flavien's doing pretty well in this race. He's only really blundered in Metro, and other than that, he's doing really well. I'm not sure if this is PB pace. I don't think it is, because of that Metro. But we'll see though. Because he has been doing some very risky strats and has been succeeding a lot. You see Jordyman do get the out of bounds move in Fish Cup and finish off Seaside.
Yeah, it looks like
an unfortunate bomb there.
I'm not sure what happened in his Seaside, but it looks like he lost another 10 seconds from Seaside alone. I must have missed something on Flavien's side. But at this point, his BBT is 102.07. Doesn't look like, unless he plays out of his mind for the rest of this game, Flavien's unlikely going to PB at this point.
Yeah, unless he has a pretty bad Bowser's some of the best, where he can just gold stuff, which is quite common because lots of people play Bowser's and IL Bowser's a lot less. You'd have to tie for the rest of the stuff, and lots of people have good moons at this level, so I'd be pretty surprised if he beat this. But he can definitely get a mid 1 or 2 if he plays well, which will still be very good, and obviously beat Jordyman's PB by 2.5 minutes, which is all he really needs to do in this race.
And speaking of Jordyman, he's going to be heading into Luncheon Kingdom. Would love to see Jordyman pull off the Spiritless. Looks like Sledge is prompting Jordyman to do it. Looks like he might, in fact, go for the Spiritless, so
If,
could be
if
something fun
Jordyman
to
is
see.
listening to the stream, I'd advise him to do the vault setup to get around the Spirit Fight and do some sort of homing throw or triple throw. That is the easiest way to get around. So if he's listening to the stream, I'd probably do that. I'll leave the rest up to him though. Giving him some advice mid-race.
There we go.
Legal. Yeah, it's fine. Triple saves around 1 to 2 seconds over the normal strat, depending on how well you do the normal strat. There's not much time saves as you might think. It's actually something I'd recommend adding in, like maybe 105, 104, and not anything earlier than that. See if it doesn't though. Yeah, doing.
Oh.
There we go, doing Spearless. You're taking my advice or not? Okay, no, he is taking my advice. Okay, and he does get around it pretty easily.
That is awesome. We have a Spiritless from Jordyman just showing off all the swag strats right now.
Maybe the first time a commentator's given advice to a runner and they've taken it in the middle of a race.
Love
I'll
it.
be proud of
Love
that
to
one.
see it.
Bezzy, the commentator coach, as they say. I don't really see anyone capture the fork in Spiritless. It really confused me there for a second because I'm just used to watching like BTT and stuff. Top runners do the risky strats. I'm gonna have to do some more gambling. Shake my head.
Alright,
So
Flavien
really
wrapping up lunch.
the fruit. That was weird. Oh,
Oh,
baby strats.
that looks good.
That should work if he does it fast enough.
Nice.
I see thought he did it a little too early there before it spawned.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably definitely the more riskier gambling slots machine than the one in Metro. You know, obviously only being 3 slots in Metro and what was that, like 6 in Luncheon, I think it was. So
I think Spiritless saves from like 10 to 15. I honestly don't know what it is. I've only heard it from like people from like a year ago when we knew a lot less about Spiritless. We used to say it saves 5, and as we can tell, it saves more than 5. So it's pretty difficult to tell how much it saves. It might be 12. It might be. I think the record for Luncheon is 5:46. I think before it was like a 6:03. Obviously,
that's
might
crazy.
Might have just got better in that time, which is why so much time's been saved. Jordyman almost dying.
Oh no.
Spiritless saves at least 45 seconds. Thank you, Saren, for that advice. It's advice, it's not really advice, is it? Oops.
Yeah, Flavien on the Spyro fight. It's gonna be giving this poor dragon a huge headache. Pretty much an auto-scroller. Oh no!
Oh,
Alright, able to save it.
Probably save this. This is one of those sub areas where it's pretty easy to save stuff if I'm being honest, but when you save it you feel like the best player in the world. And he's not having a fun time doing it, but he's playing for pride, it's fine. I don't think he really minds, he's just here to have fun, and I very much respect this. Him do the nice lava bounces. Oh, lovely up throw there. I think this guy's will definitely watch BTT because that's a sign of the BTT player. The up throw strat, and oh my goodness, cutting it close.
Jordy on 1 HP.
Man doing
Making me nervous here.
Give everyone a half stack so no one witnesses who won. Interesting strategy. I don't think it works though, unfortunately, because I am still conscious. Oh goodness. How on earth do people do that? I don't understand it. The little spit, the little twirl into the turnip, I have no idea how people do that.
Oh,
Looking like he's experienced with just messing around with Spiritless from what I can tell, which is basically like me, and missing the turnip. To see it. Flavien finishes up ruined.
Bird's got a pretty cool trick coming up here that I'm really excited to see if he gets first try. The Invisiblock. Gonna be really cool to see if he gets that first try.
I think he's gonna go for it, but honestly, I would just like. I mean, at this point he's playing for pride. I'm expecting him to go for it. But one thing you could do is just do lava bounces over the gap, and you can make it if you catch the fork.
Is the shot moon normal in the Spiritless route?
It's in the BTT route you don't do it because you replace it with Salt Club. In the normal route, which you do RTA, it's normal.
Gotcha.
You skip it in 2-player, I believe, though, in replace of the extra moon and sub area we were talking about earlier. Which you can get with 2-player, which looks very cool.
Getting the box moon.
I'm really interested to see. I want to see what he does here. I would do it as I would do this with a triple throw by doing a roll cancel before, but I don't know what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's gonna do
Okay,
it.
just attempting it normally. Okay, gonna do a little rainbow spin there.
Oh no!
Ain't not gonna be able to save this.
Takes a death.
I'm gonna do a lava warp, but unfortunately he doesn't have a checkpoint to warp to. So. You can there's a frame perfect warp you could actually do on lava. You're actually standing on there for 1 frame. But he does the triple throw thing with the roll cancel I just mentioned. But nope, just going for it again with a vault. This is definitely not gonna work unless he does a lava bounce. He's gonna have to do lava bounce. Oh my goodness, cutting it close. He almost touched lava.
Ah, it's not going.
Does not need to do these homing throws, but you should be able to catch the fork and just make it through. This is what I recommend people do who just want to mess around with squirrels.
Oh man, I tell you what, Jordy's stream has been incredibly stressful. I'm gonna need a second to talk about our sponsor today. Did you know, guys, that we are sponsored by the Urban Arts Partnership? !UAP in chat. The Urban Arts Partnership is the Urban Arts Partnership Game Design Program is a multi-year college prep program teaching students both the arts and technology of game development, prepping them for degrees and careers in the tech and gaming industries. Your donations also go directly to the teachers and the tools needed to continue inspiring underprivileged students. They are a 100% non-profit organization, so definitely a huge shout out to them. They are also providing the cash prize for the A Division SMO tournament, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, the cash prize for the league that's going to be coming up. Also, ! Racers in chat to follow both of these runners. Be sure to drop by their respective Twitch, show them some support. Jordyman for sure definitely deserving some love and support from this huge, amazing showcase. And then Flavien, of course, as well. You can also do !comms in chat to follow Spezzy over here, twitch.tv/Spezzy, SPEZYSR, as well as myself, twitch.tv/LitPotato57. And then, of course, our lovely restreamer, Sarah and Mew. Doesn't look like they have a command, but be sure to give them a follow as well.
We'll now be returning to a regular program as we see Flavien doing Bowser Dram, one of the more difficult drams.
Is that one of the more difficult drams? Everyone makes it look so simple.
It looks very simple, but it's so easy to mess up. I mess it up all the time. It's very precise to get the dive necessary to make it up. It's more difficult than it looks. It's one of those few things in this game where it's like that. Lots of things look easy when you look at them, but I'd say this is like one of the exceptions.
Yeah, these runs definitely make a lot of
when I say easy, I
so
mean hard. I think it's on first person parry it there. Yeah, it looks like it. You usually want to aim for the boxes. Well, it depends on what your setup is, but I usually just look at the middle of the boxes. I practice this.
Shout out to Flavien for going Harry at first. Honestly, saving so much time going Harry at first.
Yeah, gonna be saving that 5 seconds over and going to the green boy first.
Yeah, all my homies don't go topper first.
All my homies hate topper first. Am I right? Flavien doing the worst brutal second, which is good to see. You want to always do the best first. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely ideal.
Actually, that's like against what I think. Wait, maybe I should do topper first. Anyways, we'll forget about that. Jordyman in the dragon fight. The most scary boss fight in the game, even though it's probably one of the most easy boss fights in the game. There are 4 hearts around, meaning you can take 1 damage and an extra damage on another cycle in every cycle, and just grab the hearts and you'll just survive. So we're able to damage boost up here and recover hearts. I think you grabbed one of the pegs down.
Definitely a scary boss fight. Very unique, but the devs definitely made it a little easier by putting all those hearts, so you know where those are. Shouldn't have any issues with it.
Kind of made it to look very epic. It's like the Bowser fight in Moon, where the massive flames that he throws at you are actually just ground scanners, because you can roll over them or bonk over them using the sidewalk.
Okay.
It's very fun to try and bonk over them. Yeah, Jordyman actually struggling there.
Oh, Jordyman missed the cycle.
Flavien entering into mech, I should mention. Getting this, which is the last regular moon he'll get in the entire run. And he'll get another multi-moon and that'll be it. We're going blind jump, hopefully the camera
Oh
can
my
center for him with the dog. Yeah, sometimes the camera can just not center depending on where you are, and that is a terrifying thing.
Honestly, just a super scary jump.
One of the most, like, just like, your skin just curls and praying that nothing goes wrong. It's probably the biggest part of that in the run. If you're poking the metal, but somehow not even losing height, which is weird. I guess he got, like, some height by poking it. That was quite weird. Boosted up. As Jordyman will be exiting Ruined, going into Bowser's. As Flavien entering probably the most difficult boss fight in the run, Mech. You'll see him try to go for the Rango Bubble first by climbing up the rubber bird. See, and then we'll see him do Topper now, which he'll try and do a lovely spin hunt onto. And doing Topper required? Yes! See it.
Jordyman asking if they get style points for the new TA. Jordy, you get all the style points for literally everything you've done in this race.
Yeah, shoutouts to Jordyman for going all the stuff. Yeah, I'd love to see him go for new TA. Say new, I think it was discovered around like 7 months ago, or 8 months ago or something. I don't know. I know it was done in the 5746, but I don't know how long ago that run was. I think it was start 2021. Oh no!
Oh my god, she
no!
was...
Maybe
What?
he's surviving.
Holy
This
cow!
is awful. Fuel bubble will be very hard to hit now.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh
no!
no! Oh no! Clear frustrations coming from Flavien's webcam there.
Yeah, this is very difficult to recover from. Bubble will just not like him anymore. Oh no! Might be fine. Oh no!
Flavien choking
Say it
this
feels
mech.
awful, but yeah, again, he is like 7 minutes ahead, so it's not gonna matter too much, but it is very painful to watch. It's such a clean run from him, other than just a few bad things. Yeah, luckily able to get the spirit level. It's very hard to hit it if you don't fall off the mech.
I mean, honestly, that's just
And that
a
old
great
way.
example of mech. It's such a... It's a quick fight, but if you slip up just one little thing, it's so detrimental.
Dreadful.
Yeah.
The mech's the part of the run I probably practiced the most, and I lost 30 seconds to my PB because it's just so inconsistent. Just a little thing can go wrong, and it just ruins the whole thing, so... It's a very frustrating boss fight to be in, and it's definitely one of the most stressful parts of the run. Jordyman also rolling off the edge. Lovely dive back though. It's good to see. I didn't get that until I was at like 102, so the fact he's doing that in runs is very impressive. For new shards as well, wow. He is saving time with that, yes, that actually did save him time. He only lost a tiny bit of time to that one shard, but it didn't matter because you can tell that the bomb just came out, which usually is a little bit comes out a little bit before you get there when you do normal shards. So you can tell he saved a little bit of time. So one of the only parts where he's done a risky try and actually save time with it. So props to Jordyman.
Yeah,
Pick
definitely.
that up, one up because he got it once. Not recommend him doing that though. Flavien heading onto the moon. I don't know what the moon is. It's a planet, and Mario's gonna go to it. As I said earlier,
Right, you are.
Bowser Jam being one of the hard grounds in going on my. Anyone who believes the moon isn't real, explain this video game.
Honestly, though, take that.
Unreal, unfortunately, did not do their homework because the moon is way too close to the Earth. The moon's actually a lot further away from the Earth as the game displays. But in this game, I guess they just
also
want to make the
going
moon
for
very
Harriet
close
first.
by. Good man. Not a very risky strat one, a very safe strat, and it's faster as well. Oh, target!
Was that?
Oh no, so I said the wrong thing. Saw bomber, but unfortunately he homed into the bomb and hit the bomb away.
Oh man.
Can go for it again on this cycle, on the second cycle, but I don't think he knows that, so he's just gonna go for it normally. And never mind. Trying to show off with the first person, but unfortunately messing up the normal strat as well. I don't think he wants us to watch him anymore, so we'll just move over to Flavien, who's going to be crossing the large moon chasm. Yeah, Jordyman doing some let's play strats by hitting Harriet with the big bomb. Maybe Mom will jump moon skip from that angle. Oh, Happy deciding he does not want to work. They're going for one more jump moon skip. We'll see if he gets it. That looks fine. Nice. It's very difficult. Oh god, first try. That's very good.
Yeah, that's definitely not an easy
Like,
jump to do.
the dive is the hardest part, and the fact that was the part you got first try is surprising compared to
Yeah.
the other stuff. And that's an interesting camera. Never seen that camera. Didn't know you could do that. The camera was locked in that section, if I'm being honest.
Jordyman wrapping up Topper here as Flavien is entering in the Bowser fight. Ooh, having some issues with Topper. 1 HP. Alright, nice. Very scary to be 1 HP in
fight is
Topper.
harder than the Bowser fight.
Honestly, you're not
The
wrong.
fight's pretty harder than the Bowser fight in this game, I can't lie. At least
You're
in the
not
speedrun,
wrong.
when you know all that stuff. I'll see how Flavien avoids the fire. Everyone has different methods, and he's just going to jump over it by standing still. Which is
Hey.
Jordyman going to get the checkpoint, probably slower, because it's go all the way down here, but it does save him from getting fire animation, but it probably wasn't worth it. I think he's probably just testing out though. Some things he'll just never really be bothered to try, but in this situation, it's probably worth it. If you thought that was the last weapon actually. All in the game. Spin for a rock cancel left from Jordy, that's a pretty rare strat, you don't see that a lot.
Jordyman does pipeless. Don't imagine we'll see
Something
that.
quite funny. Honestly, I'm down to see it, but I don't think it's something that would come to his mind. It's
Nope.
not something that would come to my mind. Oh no, he's bonking against the wall. Giving Mario repeated brain damage for losing this race. I mean, I don't blame him. It is a method of torture that is somewhat viable in this game.
Absolutely.
I love torture, chat. Anyway, we'll be seeing another form of torture by being possessed by a plumber. Bowser will be taking over.
Yeah, poor Bowser, honestly.
Yeah, he put on all this work, and Mario just arrived in an hour to throw his wedding. Props to Bowser, he organised the whole wedding and stole loads of stuff in 1 hour. That's more impressive than Mario making it in 1 hour, I'm being honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Bowser had to go out and break this stuff. Mario had to, like, you know, all he had to do was just get... You know,
Yeah, Bowser had to get, you know, the guests, the wedding dress, the ring, the venue. That's a lot to do in just a single hour, so shout out to Bowser.
I have one question for this game though. So Pauline is present in the wedding hall after she, you know, said how she hated that all of the power had been lost in New York City, but maybe she doesn't realise Bowser took it. Maybe she's being tricked.
That's actually a good point.
There's a conspiracy. Oh my goodness! Look, I think Jordyman going for last two, UTA. Wow!
Oh my goodness.
That was great. Shout out to Jordyman for that one. That was great.
Alright, Flavien in the Pillars room. Get your Pepe D's in chat. I mean, yeah, I feel like catching on time. Oh my god, what is this? What is all these catching?
He didn't knock down the first color, he needs to turn around. What, we're doing seeing some mod abuse here.
I don't think he got it on the turnaround there.
Didn't break that pillar, we would have seen the camera turn around and we would have heard it.
Yeah.
He shoots in the middle of this bird. Going to try to pillar. It's usually faster to turn the camera around and after you get the second dollar. First dollar in that case. Just getting an invisible wall by standing next to it, but luckily he is fine. Flavien finishing out with a 103.35, I believe. 34.
Flavien cat jamming himself in the webcam. Loving the tunes. GG to Flavien. Great performance by Flavien. Well done. 103.34. Very
He makes
good.
it through to the next round.
Yeah, taking home that W. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Jordyman continue through the tournament, but honestly, such a great finale for showing off all this cool, all those just cool tech from Jordyman.
I'd love to see him do some weird stuff in this moon. I honestly don't know what he could do. He could go for 2DSS, but we might be here for a couple of hours. As 2DSS is probably one of the most difficult tricks in the game.
I imagine we'll see him
Could, like,
at least attempt
fall
it.
in a run. Surprised me that 2DSS is done in replace of other things in this run, to be honest, at a record level. I think Salt Clip is the next thing that would be implemented into runs or ICC, and I'm honestly surprised that we implemented 2DSS before them. Record level. It kind of surprises me. And it's also, like, in the final minute of the run. It's very difficult. They can do what they want to do.
Oh yeah, we've only, I think...
So the Jordyman will go to the Moonhead.
Someone would need to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've seen one DSS so far in this tournament. Not too sure.
In this league. In this league with the people at this level. So that's very surprising. I wonder who that was. I don't know how that worked for Jordyman, but it did, and that's all that matters. Some new Let's Play strats, I haven't seen them before, but they seem to work. Maybe we'll end to the credits and let them roll. Said that completely wrong, but we're gonna roll with it.
Alright, Jordyman heading into the final Bowser fight.
Jordyman looking like he's gonna get like a roughly a 109, 108. Honestly, just nice. Even if you're gonna lose, it's always nice to just finish off the game. Surprisingly enough, actually not too far behind, or doing some trick jumping, unfortunately. Unfortunately having to ruin this race. But it's okay, I really understand. The race is already technically over.
Yeah, I'll be sure to get some hype and support in chat for Jordyman. Showing off all these really cool tricks during this race.
Both of them putting on great performances in completely different ways. You'd love to see it. Unfortunately taking some damage. Not being able to play the floor as lava. It's fine.
Oh, on 1 HP.
This is a monk-ass moment.
Oh my goodness.
You'll walk back and get that heart whilst just dodge. It's quite scary.
Alright, it's fine. Bowser fight's one of those other fights that are just incredibly terrifying on 1 HP.
If he gets 2 DSS and gets a really good pillars, he could get a 108. Will that happen? Well, I mean, good? I'm gonna have
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't at least try for 2 DSS.
I think he's gonna try it 3 times, and then not... He can probably get the first jump if he knows where the spot is, but the second jump, it progressively gets harder. The first jump is the only one I've done. If you know where the spot is, and you get a good triple jump, you can make it up there. You just have to go quite fast to the right, in like the middle of one of the areas. See if he goes for it though.
Oh?
Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Jumping past the platform, not great.
Oh no.
Again.
Oh?
Dang it. He swiped too late there, I think. I think you have to swipe a little bit earlier whilst you're at the PPU jump. So he could have made it, but it's so difficult and so long to discover and prove that I'd be very surprised if a 105 player pulled off in a race.
Yeah. Ooh, having some issues. There we go.
Yeah, fast XD skip saves 0.1 seconds. Definitely worth it. Honestly, don't know why it saves time, but I do it and it's fun to do and looks cool. So that's all that matters.
Jordyman heading into the final pillar room of their tournament. Get your Pepe D's, your cat jams, your
message on the
jammies,
left
whatever.
side, kind of explaining Jordyman. Giving unintentionally congratulating Jordyman for showing up with the message "Thank you for playing." Lovely first pillar from Jordyman. This is a really good start to pillar.
Yeah, that was really good.
I'm missing that first shot. He might make the pillar now. This is a very solid pillars. I would not be complaining at this point. This is good. This can maybe 54. I don't know what pillars that is. That was pretty good. I would guess around the 54, 55 pillars. Finishing off with a 109.25.
Wrap it up.
I think.
There we go.
GG.
109.25. GG to Jordyman. GG to Flavien. Jordyman, huge shout out to Jordyman for showing off all these just really cool tricks. Definitely gonna hate to see him leave the tournament, but Flavien does get the W, and I imagine he should be moving on. So well done to them. We're gonna see if we want to get these runners in for a quick little interview.
Yeah, despite Flavien showing that he wasn't too happy with the time he got, I'm sure he's very happy that he's through, because that is what he needed to do, and he has done it in style by beating Jordyman by almost 6 minutes. And Jordyman obviously showing off all the cool strats as well, which is what you want to see at this point. So
Yeah.
very interesting race to watch. I can see Jordyman in the rating room. We'll see if Flavien joins as well.
There he is, the man of the hour, Jordyman. GG, well done. How are you feeling after that run?
Feeling amazing.
Hey,
Hey, Flavien, GG as well. How are you feeling after that run?
I'm kinda mad. It was kinda a bad one for me, but I mean, I won, so I'm kinda happy with that.
Yeah, taking your second W of the tournament. Jordyman, unfortunately, taking the second L, but honestly, what a way to finish your tournament here,
Yeah.
Jordyman, showing off all these really cool,
Insane.
sick strats. That was literally insane.
Pretty free.
Pretty free. You heard it here first. All these strats that Jordyman is pulling off, pretty free.
Yeah.
I think
pretty
you've just
cool.
inspired a new colony of runners to do ICC. So, I mean, I'm sure you could be proud of that.
It only took like a minute, so
I mean, yeah, I don't think we've seen a lot of ICC in the tournament, and honestly, it looked a lot harder than what it was. The fact that you pulled it off so quickly, I was very impressed. So, well done on that. And Flavien, very good performance as well. You had a really solid early game. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
messing up some nut clip in Wooded Kingdom. I guess that's kind of
Yeah,
where
exactly.
things started to spiral out.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but yeah, I'm happy that I won, but sad I missed target acquired, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very
definitely.
interesting mistake. You were just standing on the wrong side of the mech, so the mech just flung you in the
Yeah,
wrong
I
direction.
got an input drop, but whatever.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
such
Very
is
difficult
the way of
to
Super
recover
Mario
from that
Odyssey.
Yeah.
All right, well, Spezzy, do you have anything else to add?
Not too much. I think you both put on a great performance, and it was great to watch you race.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for playing.
Do you guys have anything else to add, Flavien or Jordyman?
Nope.
I'm just happy I got ICC and new TA. That's about
Yeah,
it.
that was honestly
Honestly,
so
the-
cool.
Wait, the way you did ICC honestly looked like you had done like ICC with Self a couple times before. That's someone
Yeah,
who
I was
has done it.
practicing it earlier.
Yeah. The way you were setting up, I could kind of tell you'd probably done it before, given where you were standing and stuff. So, very good to see.
All right, guys. Be sure to type !racers in chat to follow both Jordyman and Flavien on their respective Twitch. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up for now. However, don't go anywhere because we got a Division A match coming up in the next couple minutes with AZ Harkos versus Jambo. Gonna be a pretty amazing race, so stick around and we'll see you guys soon.